we stay with Warren, and we will look at his game with Robin from round 2, I guess. Black didn't answer to White's approach. It would be a usual thing to answer, but also we can of course continue our own approach. And what is the best way for White locally? I mean, for now we need to continue on the bottom left, but locally is attachment the best, and cut looks possible. How will Black play? Will Black play like this? This is too risky for Black. How is this? Who is this good for? I think it looks good for White. And this also looks fine for White. So maybe the attachment and cut is a good way. Maybe it's a good way. Black might be better off descending and then continuing like a normal 3-3 invasion Joseki. Here, then there is a cut for later. Well, White went out, on right, a Joseki was played, a Joseki, good. Then another 3-3 invasion, another Joseki. And here an interesting thing happens, Black attaches, and White plays Atari, and White maybe expects this move by Black, but Black captures. And usually if Black captures, White should immediately play Atari. And Black usually needs to connect. But then it's not really great for Black, it's a bit better for White, so that's why we usually connect here. However, if Black has co-threats, Black can play Atari from the other side and start a ko. And now Black has threats because exactly this was played, a Joseki, which gives Black a ton of threats. And this is super risky for White. So White cannot play this Atari now and needs to play elsewhere, but then Black can play this Atari, and without the AB exchange it's certainly better for Black. So locally Black is happy with the result. But in fact the difference is not too big when compared with this result, the more common Joseki result. Alright, Black might be happy that Black managed to create such a combinatorial position on the board and force White to not start the ko. But White didn't care and continued with this move, which is actually super large. It's on the border of 2 areas of influence. It's a very, very important move. So yeah, Black, it feels a bit that with this smart plan Black was playing chess on this board, but then White plays an actual go, and White is not worse. Well, it's an even result. By the way, if White wants to avoid that unpleasant situation, it's possible to play Atari now and then play here. Anyway, Black is going to go for this one. The ladder doesn't work, does it? It does not, okay. So if the ladder worked, maybe Black could think of this move, but I'm not sure if it's really great. And also White can simply go out. So yeah, so maybe better to play this Atari to make sure that what happened in the game does not happen. Anyway, we are in time to play our great Keima. Okay, then White plays this Keima, Black answers, makes sense, big, but this move is also very, very big, very, very big. Also, we might consider some other possibilities. If we're not afraid of a counter attack, maybe it's better, maybe it's worse, maybe it's the same. White can play there, but we will manage. Alright, then White invaded. This I did not expect. If anything, I would rather expect a closer move, but maybe White was afraid that Black is prepared, or I don't know. But why not this? And in fact, maybe this move, This makes sense. If black plays here, it's like a 3-3 invasion of black. And if black plays here, it's like a 3-3 invasion of white. Funnily. Both are fine. Both are fine. White played here. Black goes out. Makes sense. Good moves. Good moves, good moves. White goes out again. And here black connected, leaving a smell of a rotten egg in white's shape, or to use a Japanese term, leaving aji. The move at a simply cuts white's shape, so the question is, should white now protect from it? But this would be a bit slow. So white decides to go out. Black also goes out. White plays more and more on the outside, and then black cuts. It's very interesting what AI told about this position, and I mean, it's very wise. Both players should have cared more about the base. If white makes the base, then the cut stops being worrisome. You can simply play light. We are already alive on the bottom. Black also should play a move around here, because then white is forced to connect. And still the group may be not 100% alive, so still black might have a little bit of a leverage against white. I mean, a weakness which can be used. But it's not only about white's base, because these moves also create a base for black. And black's group is also a group which needs a base, otherwise it's baseless. So yeah, it was very valuable, and white was happy to be in time to play it. Then this move is very bad, this move of white, because it kind of claims that white is still fighting on par with that group of black, but it's not the case. White's group is much weaker, and black can play here, and then white is in a deep trouble. This would be a difficult game for white. Or maybe here. So white should treat these stones lightly and probably play something like this, or maybe like that. I like this. I like this. But white connected. And then black made a serious mistake, because black should attack the group as a whole. Maybe black was afraid of the situation of his own group, but it's unlikely. Like, that group is quite strong, that group of black. And this move gave white a perfect opportunity to leave a tail like a lizard, and white did it. So it was a wishful thinking of black if black thought that white will answer like this and just die with everything. Instead, white sacrificed a tail, and now the game becomes fine for white. It's a good question whether this was center or not. Maybe it was, but if it wasn't, then it's very good to sit down, read it thoroughly, and make a decision. If it wasn't center, then we would miss a great opportunity to simply win the game, or like to get a good position by just taking center now. But probably black's move was center, so white answered. And interestingly, in this shape there is still a very annoying aji, which both players missed, and I also didn't know how to play here, but AI tells us everything. So apparently black could go for such a continuation, and maybe black thought that this is going to end up at best in a seki, sorry. Well, here, and then seki. But apparently it's not really the case, because black can go down, and then this eye is not an eye, and it is going to become a 10,000 year call. So the group was not completely alive, and that's why white should have actually played this move, after which the group would have been alive. Alright, but these are technical details. Then black cuts off. Not sure if I would do the same, maybe better to go out. But okay, maybe now that white played these moves, there is really some risk about black's group. Is there? If there is no, then we shouldn't play like that, but if there is, well, what can we do? So we need to read carefully. Yeah, maybe now it's risky for black. So black cut that off. Maybe if I was white, I would simply play here now, because white can still hope for a big left side. But in the game, it anyway went that way. Black captured a lot of stones of white. And yeah, white gets an influence. So who is the game good for right now? I think that from the flow of stones, it feels a bit better for black, because well, white captured something, got strong, but black captured quite a lot. But the question is, of course, the left side. If black can reduce it successfully, then black will be good, but can black do it? So I believe that many players in such a moment become very scared, because if we invade and die, we lose the game. But if we simply reduce, we are not sure if we have enough. We need to count points. Black decided to invade, a brave decision, and the correct one, because there is a lot of space. Atari, yes, all correct. An exchange was made, and then here. It's all good. Black is making eye shapes. And if black here creates a living group, black simply has more and wins the game. However, now white played this peep, and at this moment black's hand trembled, and this was the key moment, and this is the key moment in which our hand shall not tremble. We must connect and try to live with this group as a whole, even though at first it might be not obvious if there are two eyes here, but if we look closer, well, surely there will be. There is no doubt about it, no doubt. The group will live very easily, I assure you. This is already alive, I believe. Yeah. So there are, of course, many possibilities, many ways, and we might be afraid that we will somehow play in a clumsy manner and then not find the correct path. But we shall not be scared like this. We need to accept this risk, because the position clearly looks good for black, good for making life. If white plays a different move, well, then there are different weaknesses in white's shape. But this move which black played is just what white hoped for. Suddenly white cuts and black's position is in pieces. How can this be better than the other one? So it felt like black wanted to go for a compromise with this move, but it was not a compromise at all. It was just a serious failure of black. And then black even makes this move, which is very naive, like if black thought that white will play here and then the ladder will start to work. But of course, white has that other answer, which I believe black knew about. And then this is a terrible exchange. This is a very, very bad exchange. Otherwise, we would have played from the other side. We would have played from the other side, and also this move would have been sent there. So we can go into white's area much further, and then actually the game, okay, maybe it's not playable, but I don't know. Like, it's difficult after we die, but maybe we need to be a bit aggressive. But anyway, it's certainly much better. But then a Christmas present came, because black tried to find something, and then white got scared. So I don't know why white got scared, because there was nothing. No ladder worked here. But white got scared and thought maybe he can win by giving up the corner. The corner is very, very big though, so it was a risky bet by white. But well, the game was continued with an endgame, And in fact, it was a very, very close game. So no player found any Tesuji around here. Alright, but still the game was very close, and then the losing move is here. Now black tried to play a combination and found a combination like this and then connected two stones. Great, connected two stones. But how much is it worth? Connecting these two stones is worth 5 points. If black doesn't connect them, then white can get 5 points here. That's 5, alright. Yeah. But then white cut off this stone of black. And how much is this worth? Well, these would be black's center moves, so this is 6 points. 3 stones, 6 points. That's 6 points. And there was 5 points. Moreover, black can connect the stone on the bottom in center, or in, well, this is center. Basically, it is center. White will not play here now, because then the whole group of white is in danger of dying. So black could do this in center and then play here. And then this would be a half pointer, I think. But in the game, black lost that stone, which should not be lost at all. And then, yeah, then black lost the game, unfortunately. Also, here, a move like this could have been much better here. I really don't understand why black played that move worth 2/3 of a point and not a move which is worth basically 3 points, or maybe even more, because there were some weaknesses in black's check and now black answered. Yeah, maybe it was indeed needed, otherwise there is a problem. But then black should play like this. So with these endgame mistakes, black eventually lost the game. Well, which is very unfortunate, because after the initial result, black was good. Here, black was good. Okay, that's it about this game, and we will stay with Robin, and we will move to his game with Higaki.